Election is not until 2025, yet Tiffany Henyard has officially decided she wants to stay as mayor despite the cloud of controversy surrounding
The election isn't until 2025, but Tiffany Henyard has already made her move, declaring her intent to remain mayor, despite being surrounded by allegations of financial mismanagement, public theatrics, and federal investigations. What's behind her bold decision? And how are Dolton residents reacting? Stay tuned for the unfolding drama.
Stories new at 6. Embattled Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard is mounting a re-election bid. Henyard made the announcement in a post on her Facebook page.
Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard is officially back in the ring, announcing her re-election bid in a bold Facebook post. With controversies mounting and residents demanding answers, this move is sparking heated debates. Is this a power play or a desperate gamble? Buckle up, this story is just getting started. Tiffany Henyard, the controversial mayor of Dolton, Illinois, is fighting for re-election. But is she really the hero she claims to be? Despite her public stunts, shoveling snow, and making flashy appearances, Dolton's problems continue to mount. A $3 million deficit, crumbling infrastructure, and accusations of financial mismanagement. While Tiffany paints herself as the town's savior, residents are left wondering if her leadership is nothing more than a well-scripted spectacle. With federal investigations and mounting scandals, will Dolton give her another term, or is it time for a change? The stakes have never been higher. Hey guys, I am Olivia. Welcome to Red Rumbles, the channel where the chaos in politics and the drama of controversy collide. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard's bold re-election bid, complete with shovels, snowplows, and some eyebrow-raising allegations. From financial scandals to legal battles and everything in between, this story has it all. Don't miss a second of the action. Hit that subscribe button now, and stay tuned for more on the twists and turns that keep shaking up Dolton. Let's break it all down. Tiffany Henyard wasted no time branding herself as the savior of Dolton. She's dubbed herself the Super Mayor, a title that's as audacious as her approach to leadership.
Tiffany Henyard actually has two political jobs on two public payrolls, as mayor of South Suburban Dolton, or as she calls herself, Super Mayor.
Recently, she announced her bid for re-election, making her intentions clear long before the 2025 election season officially begins. Her campaign kicked off with a Facebook post, followed by a series of dramatic public appearances. One of her latest stunts involved shoveling snow with a group she calls her 2 Live crew, while delivering speeches about her dedication to the community. The scenes were carefully crafted, with cameras capturing every moment of what some critics call an overly theatrical performance. While her supporters praise her visibility and hands-on attitude, her critics argue these stunts are more about self-promotion than solving real problems. Beneath the flashy displays of leadership lies a grim reality. Dolton is in financial turmoil. The town faces a $3 million deficit, leaving residents questioning how their tax dollars are being spent.
I'm a private investigator. I've got some notices here. Inside I have from the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois.
Reports have surfaced of massive spending on non-essential items, including a single-day Amazon shopping spree totaling $43,000. Meanwhile, basic government operations are struggling. Offices have reportedly run out of supplies, and services are stretched thin. Residents say the focus should be on fixing Dolton's crumbling infrastructure and addressing its financial instability, not on extravagant public events or promotional billboards. Tiffany has also come under fire for hosting an $85,000 party featuring celebrity performers, a decision made without consulting the town's trustees. While she billed the event as a celebration for the community, many residents questioned its necessity given Dolton's precarious financial state.
Henyard's landlord showed up here to see her tenant in person after she says Henyard has been dodging both her and rent payments for months.
Tiffany's leadership style relies heavily on maintaining a high-profile public image. She has plastered her face across Dolton on billboards, and frequently takes to Facebook Live to address her critics and promote her achievements. Her most recent snow clearing stunt drew mixed reactions. While it may have showcased her willingness to get her hands dirty literally, it did little to address the larger issues plaguing Dolton. Critics argue that these displays are distractions meant to shift attention away from financial mismanagement and administrative failures. Even her choice of communication channels has drawn criticism. Many residents feel her social media presence is more about deflecting accountability than engaging meaningfully with the community. Tiffany's administration has been marked by a contentious relationship with the town's trustees.
Well, for the first time in many weeks, Dolton trustees and Mayor Tiffany Henyard held a public meeting together, but not at Village Hall.
The disagreements have reached a point where legal battles and accusations of power abuse dominate the political landscape. One of the most glaring examples is her recent appointment of Ronald Berg as police chief. Berg's law enforcement certification is reportedly inactive, making his appointment legally questionable. Despite warnings from state agencies, Tiffany pushed forward with the decision, igniting yet another legal firestorm. Trustees have accused her of bypassing their authority and making unilateral decisions without proper consultation. This has led to a climate of mistrust and division, with Dolton's governance seemingly paralyzed by infighting. Beyond the political power plays, Tiffany has been accused of retaliating against her critics and opponents. Business owners in Dolton have reported harassment from local officials after refusing to contribute to her campaign.
Micah, tonight was a special board meeting because business has not gotten done at 2 previous meetings, so that's some progress there. But this meeting was not without its fair share of tension.
One trucking company owner alleged that their business license was revoked after declining repeated donation requests. This kind of retaliatory behavior has left residents feeling silenced and intimidated, further fueling dissatisfaction with her administration. Tiffany's use of Dolton's police resources has also come under scrutiny. Reports suggest that a significant portion of the town's police budget has been diverted to fund her personal security detail. Critics argue this has compromised public safety, as officers are pulled from patrol duties to accompany her to public events. Former Dolton Police Chief Robert Collins publicly criticized this practice, stating, "We needed those officers to be on the streets fighting crime. Instead, they were babysitting the mayor." This heavy reliance on police presence has not gone unnoticed by residents, who argue that these resources would be better spent addressing the town's rising crime rates.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
Tiffany's spending habits have become a focal point of criticism. Beyond the Amazon spray and lavish events, her administration has been accused of misallocating taxpayer funds on projects that seem more about self-promotion than public benefit. The $85,000 party, the billboards, and other questionable expenses stand in stark contrast to the town's financial woes. Even some of her former allies have turned against her, citing her unwillingness to prioritize Dolton's most pressing needs. If the local controversies weren't enough, Tiffany's administration is also under federal scrutiny.
Henyard says she is endorsing a new board, but not announcing who they are just yet. Instead, promising to name them later this month. Henyard is under investigation by the FBI.
The FBI is reportedly investigating her use of taxpayer funds, adding a national dimension to the drama unfolding in Dolton. A financial review conducted by former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot painted a bleak picture of Dolton's fiscal health. According to the report, the town's general fund balance plummeted from over $5 million in 2022 to a staggering deficit by mid-2024. The findings have only intensified calls for accountability, with residents demanding to know where their money has gone and why their town's finances are in such dire straits. Tiffany's personal financial troubles have further undermined her credibility. Despite earning a substantial salary from her roles as Dolton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor, she is reportedly facing eviction from her rented home.
A Dolton home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard has not paid her rent, and now she wants...
Her landlord alleges that she stopped paying rent months ago and even changed the locks to prevent access for repairs. This situation has raised questions about her ability to manage her personal finances, let alone the budget of an entire town. Public meetings in Dolton have become heated affairs, with residents voicing their frustrations and demanding answers from their mayor.
This administration is shameful. Y'all are a disgrace.
We're watching the fall of this administration.
Tiffany's responses often come across as dismissive, further alienating her constituents. During one such meeting, she told critics, "You're not saying anything that matters. That just makes you fans of mine." This kind of rhetoric has only added to the perception that she's out of touch with the community's concerns. As the 2025 election approaches, Dolton is more divided than ever. Tiffany's supporters argue that she's a strong leader shaking up a broken system, while her critics see her as a liability whose actions have exacerbated the town's problems. Trustee Carmen Carlisle, a former ally turned whistleblower, has been vocal about the need for change, accusing Tiffany of prioritizing her personal brand over the community's well-being. The upcoming election will be a pivotal moment for Dolton. Residents face a choice: continue under Tiffany's controversial leadership or opt for a new direction. The stakes couldn't be higher. With a mounting deficit, infrastructure in disrepair, and trust in local government eroding, the town's future hangs in the balance. And that's the latest from Dolton. What do you think? Can Tiffany Henyard overcome the mounting criticism and secure another term? Or is it time for the residents to demand new leadership? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Red Rumbles for updates on this and other explosive stories. The drama may continue, but one thing is certain: Dolton's residents deserve answers and a better future.